Greetings, Kindred, and I am Voivode Mekhet, and this is Guinn Alverson. We are going to be building his character for the Thicker Than Water Black Sheep Chronicle that we're going to be doing.
You know, it's kind of funny because last time you had me on one of these little interviews, I expressed that the one clan that I can not really relate to was the Giovanni, and here I am.
Well, you don't have to do
making the
Giovanni, you can do Hikata.
Well, I mean, it's still the same.
No, they're not. In
Well-
fact, the Giovanni are the name, or they're the face of
Oh,
the
I
clan.
know, I know.
But they've lost all their respect.
Well, I'm sure,
So.
especially with friggin' Harbingers of Skulls coming out,
Exactly.
and Cappadocians showing up out of the woodwork,
Yep,
Sabeti,
yep.
and none of them liked the Giovanni at all.
Yeah. So we are going to be using the character sheets provided to us by Mr. Guinn. So the way that we're doing this is we're running through the standard character creation using Mr. Guinn's interactive character sheets to do it. There's going to be a couple of homebrew changes that we're going to make.
Okay.
One of which being in the book, it states that if you take Oblivion, you're allowed to have one Oblivion ceremony to start with, and you have to buy the rest. I'm allowing you at character creation, if you have Oblivion, you can take as many ceremonies as you have powers. Also, I'm going to let you roll a die at one point to let you see how many free points you get in your chosen family lore sheet for free.
Awesome.
Now, if you want a 5 and you roll a 3, you can spend the extra to up it. But I'm going to make sure you get some free XP to put into this because we don't know how long this mini chronicle story is going to go. I have one good storyline in mind. When we figure it out, it's over, and that's that. But right now, what this is going to be is what's happening in Portland, Oregon, while your coterie is in Chicago. So,
Because, someone's got to be messing things up in the background.
exactly. And this is going to be a pretty interesting Hikata storyline that I've got planned for this. So we're going to go ahead and build your character sheet, and then after we're done building the character sheet, we're going to run through your last night as a breathing human.
Sounds good.
So far, it's been a lot of fun. So let's just go through this step by step. Do you know what your character's name is?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I always stare at my sheet for like 20, 30 minutes or more
Okay.
at the end of everything, just trying to figure out a name.
So far, the only one
The
who
only thing we got is so far is the last name. And
Okay. You're going to play a Puttanesca, correct?
Yes.
All right, so we got to come up with a name, but right now you're just Puttanesca. Do you have a concept?
Yeah, roughly like I kind of told you earlier, I was thinking like somebody who was handling things for the Giovanni on more of the mafia end.
Yeah.
We need this done discreetly.
You like a knee breaker?
Yeah, a little bit of knee breaking, a little bit of money laundering.
Okay.
Shady background deals. Maybe someone who deals with law enforcement when needed.
Okay.
A little bit of everything, but I can't really see me as a person. I don't deal with characters that deal with like human trafficking and that kind of stuff.
I can see that. You got your own personal morals and stuff like
Yeah.
that. A lot of that. I mean, the houses, the actual families of the what is it, the Casa Nostra,
Mm-hmm.
the Casa Nostra. They the actual mafia. They have strict rules of no drug trafficking, no human trafficking, stuff like that. But they always break them.
Well, like I was looking on the wiki, it was saying that they do deal with like they're pimps, they're whatever the Giovanni happens to be.
So is your concept criminal?
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to be the criminal. I'm actually kind of excited about that. And this chronicle is going to be
I've seen it play a lot of those.
Thicker Than Water Black Sheep. All right. Does your character have an ambition yet? Like, what is their long-term goal?
Acquire power within the family.
Okay. How about, because there's just that's very wide.
Yeah.
If we narrow it down, what if your desire was like, are you trying to become like the higher echelons of the family, like join the 1444 chamber or something like that? That's the ruling body of the Giovanni. Or not Giovanni, the Hikata.
I mean, I don't think my character would probably wouldn't even know that far. I mean, what was it? There was a. He's kind of wanting to be like a Don character.
Okay.
Eventually.
Okay. So you what? I'll just say become a boss, because that's seriously what they call him in the.
Well, they do have a Don merit.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and do that then. Become a Don. All right, and then your desire, which would be more of a short-term thing that you're working towards.
I really can't think of.
Okay. Well, we can
Right
come back
now.
to that. It's not a
We'll
big
have
deal.
to come back for the name, anyways.
Yeah. All right. So predator type.
I'm thinking Alley Cat would probably.
Alley cat. Okay. We have our
Okay.
standards. We have our standard ones, but there are also two new ones
Oh, is there?
in the Cult of the Blood Gods book.
I have
There
not seen
is-
those yet.
There is Grave Digger,
Okay.
which is literally you feed from dug up bodies, or you feed from the mourners at the cemetery. I don't see that being your character.
No.
There's also the Extortionist, where you force people to give them to give you their blood by protection rackets and things like that.
Okay, I think I kind of like the idea of the extortionist.
You like the Extortionist? Okay, the Extortionist says the Extortionist likes to force their victims to bleed for them. Ostentatiously, the Extortionist acquires blood in exchange for services such as security or surveillance, but as many times as they need for protection is real, it's also just as often fiction engineered to make the deal feel acceptable. So in other words, you can like walk into a store and go, "It's a nice store. Be ashamed if something broke."
Take
you
a
know?
baseball bat, break a few things.
Yeah.
Off the show. Yeah.
So we got the Extortionist. All right, so Extortionist. Let's get your free stuff on there. As an Extortionist, you get to add a specialty in either intimidation for
Okay.
coercion or larceny for security.
I'm thinking more of the larceny route.
Want to go larceny?
Yeah.
Cool. So that is going to be
Because
security.
Larceny is an awesome ability.
Yeah. And then you get a choice between taking a dot. You get a free dot in either dominate or potence.
Problem is they're both useful.
There.
And
You have access to
even
both.
the first dot of dominate is
Yeah.
awesome when you're dealing with mortals in V5.
Yeah. Now, as a Puttanesca, you will have access to both.
Yeah. All right. You know what? We'll go with the first one. We'll dominate.
Okay.
Because that.
All right, and we'll fill that
That's
in a
later.
bit. Okay, you get to spend 3 dots between contacts and resources.
For right now, let's just put all 3 dots into contacts. Because
Okay.
this is going to be a very contact heavy character.
Okay, very cool. 3 dots in contacts.
Throw
And
money in
then
there later.
you also get to gain the enemy flaw.
Yay!
It says the police or a victim who escaped your extortion and now wants revenge. So you get to choose.
Oh, I get to choose someone who I get to kill later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
What do you think?
We'll go with a victim.
A victim?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an enemy. I think enemies are actually under backgrounds.
Yep.
Okay. And that's a 2 point, and you want it to be an enemy that was a victim that
Yeah.
escaped. Okay. We're just going to put victim at the moment, and we'll fill that out because that needs a little bit more background. Who they are, how they got away, all that junk. And then, because you are playing an extortionist, your predator pool, which is hunting, right there, is going to be manipulation, or it's going to be strength or manipulation plus intimidation. So you can do
Okay.
either or. So then we get to choose your attributes. So what do you think your most prominent attribute is going to be? You get 4 points to put into it.
I'm thinking manipulation.
Manipulation? All right, and what's your weakest? You're only going to get 1.
I'm going to go with resolve.
Yay! That's
Hey,
gonna
they
be-
say in the book that they that their temper is compared to the on par with the Bruja.
All right, so then you get to choose 3 attributes at 3.
All right, I'll go with strength, dex. Actually, I was thinking intelligence.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because if you're going to be using necromancy and
True. So then the rest get 2. It's actually it's not a slow creation, you know. Your skills. Do you think you want to be a specialist, a jack of all trades, or a balanced character?
We'll go with kind of a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades? All right, then you get 1 skill at 3.
Okay. And that first one will, since I already got 1 free point in it, let's go with larceny. So that will bring it up to larceny 4.
Okay. And then after that, you get 8 skills at 2.
All right. So firearms,
Firearms.
brawl, intimidation, streetwise, subterfuge, awareness. I always forget to frickin' take that.
Okay.
Investigation.
All right.
At least 1 more, huh?
Yep. Drive is always a good one.
Yeah, I was just thinking about. Oh, I've got drive on my gangrel character too. So.
That's true.
And it does come in handy. But you know what? Let's go with technology.
Technology. Okay.
Because the ability of using a computer.
It does come in handy.
It does come in handy.
So we got to check over if you have any crafts, performance, or science, which I do not think you do. So you just get 1 specialty to put in wherever you want it.
1 specialty. Let's go with intimidation.
Intimidation? What are you going to specialize it in? Brute force?
Yeah. Actually.
I was joking, but all right. That's funny.
Well, it suits the character.
It suits the family, truthfully. Yeah. That's awesome. We do have a couple of Puttanesca NPCs in the city already, so that's
cool.
You got family. You got Sal. You got Salvador.
Well, it'd be nice if I take that whole raise a fist.
Yeah. Thing. All right, so we are currently on disciplines as far as the book is concerned. You get to take 2 of your clan disciplines.
Okay.
Put 1 in it, and then 1 in the other. 1 in one, 1 in the other. Or 2 in one in the other. Wow. Can't talk.
Let's take 2 in potence.
2 in potence.
Because, once again, it works well with the character.
Yeah. Okay.
And I guess that would be 1 for Oblivion.
1 for Oblivion.
And
if you want Oblivion, you don't have to take it. But 1 for Oblivion. All right. And let's go ahead and rough these out right now. Do you know what level of Dominate you're interested in? We have what you have access to at the moment is either Cloud Memory or Compel.
We'll go with Cloud Memory.
Cloud Memory? Probably a good idea.
That would always be useful.
Your Potence. You got 2 points, which means you have access to the 1s and 2s.
Yep.
Lethal Body, Soaring Leap.
And I'm going to be taking Lethal Body.
Lethal Body, very cool. Body, and then level 2.
I think you only get 1 option for that one.
Well, I mean, you could take Soaring Leap if you wanted to.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, you can always go back. Prowess is you add your potence to your unarmed damage value.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with Prowess.
Prowess? Okay. And Oblivion.
Now we get to figure out which version of it.
It's not that bad. Your options for Oblivion are Ashes to Ashes, which allows you to sprinkle your blood on a body and they disintegrate. Or the Binding Fetter, which allows you to locate fetters of wraiths. Now, I will let you take La Sombra Oblivion if you want it, but no ceremonies.
Yeah. Ashes to Ashes sounds really useful.
I like Ashes to Ashes.
And I mean, if I'm doing Giovanni dirty work, it does make getting rid of bodies a little bit easier.
Yeah. Okay, so you get Ashes to Ashes. I'm going to go ahead and jump to your ceremonies now.
Okay.
Because I didn't do that earlier, and I realized that I really should have. So you get a level 1 ceremony. So Ashes to Ashes gives you Gifts of False Life, which allows you to create zombies that can do simple tasks. It's the apprentice broom of earlier things. It's like, get up and sweep that. It's drag that body out to the car. that kind of thing. They can't attack, but they're simple servants.
Yeah.
Advantages and flaws. You get 2 points in flaws that you have to take. And those can be background flaws too, like enemies, rivals, things like that. Or you can go straight to the other stuff, which is like substance abuse stuff and status and stake bait. That's like
No,
you die from being staked.
I read that. For 2 points, that's not worth it.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts that it's a 2 point.
That used to be a 7-point flaw in the old system.
Yeah, but like characters only
And not
have
to mention,
up to 2 points.
we got players here that are pretty stake happy. I mean, we're gonna stake you because you're frenzying, okay? All right, Tony, I need another sheet.
What kind of flaws do you think your character would end up having?
I could see substance abuse being a thing.
Yeah. With his background and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of substance?
Let's see. I mean, given that kind of job, it could be cocaine. It could be.
Okay, that would mean you need to feed on people who are doing that. If you took,
well, if you have dominate, you can make someone do it. I mean,
very, very true. Very, very true.
I do remember the scene with Deacon where we needed somebody who drank whiskey. Like, hey, drink this.
Yeah.
Dominate.
Yeah. Now, the Flaw Hopeless Addiction says that you lose 2 dice from all pools when the last person you fed from was not on your drug. Mm-hmm. Except pools for actions that will immediately attain your drug. So that's Hopeless Addiction. That's a 2 point. Or we have the 1 flaw, or the 1 point flaw, which is addiction, which is lose 1 dice from all dice pools. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's just 1.
I'll take the 1 point.
Take the 1 point.
Because that's flaws in V5 are a lot more brutal.
They are. They take a lot of inspiration from Requiem. Because remember, Requiem was like, I have this 1 point flaw. What does it mean? You just have 1 arm.
You know,
remember that? Like how
I'm now imagining my character. He's already part of that family that's got a reputation for being angry all the time, and now we're going to have him like
on cocaine.
On cocaine. So eventually, there's going to be a cocaine rage incident.
Yeah, I'm going to actually put that over here, just because there's no room.
Yeah.
On the thing. All right, so then we've got some bond flaws, such as bond junkie or long bond, which are the bond feels sweeter to you once it happens. Subtract 1 dice from your dice pool to act against the blood bond. Bonding sucks. And then long bond is the bond on you. You lose bond strength more slowly. And you decreasing by 1 for every 3 months instead of 1 month. Yeah, it's pretty harsh.
Yeah, like I said, V5 is pretty harsh on flaws.
Methuselah's Thirst is a 1 point flaw.
No.
It used to be a 5 point flaw. Prey Exclusion.
See, I could take that, but everyone always comps out and be like, all right, I'll take Prey Exclusion, children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? My first character had prey exclusion, but I had prey exclusion animals. Not because I liked animals, because I thought I was too high above it. So I refused to eat animals, and if I saw anybody else, I'd frenzy on them. Because I was disgusted. You're a vampire. Eat people. Like, stop being a loser.
Stop being a vegan.
Stop being a vegan, yeah. Don't get mad at me, vegans. You've got blood.
Come after you.
You've got... they will, dude. Folklore Banes and Folklore Blocks. Are you superstitious at all? Is your character going to get affected by anything like that? The Bane says you take aggravated damage. 1 point Folklore Bane. Why does it say 1 Folklore Bane, you take aggravated damage from a Folklore Bane? And then it says 2 point Folklore Banes include, but it's a 1 point flaw. I think it's a misprint.
Yeah.
Basically, ultraviolet light instead damages as sunlight. Silver
Just think. I mean, if they're still misprinting shit, that just means they're still close to what White Wolf did.
Well, this is one of the original printings.
Yeah.
That's my problem. It's
Well, I got the same
folklore
thing.
block is you can't cross running water,
Yeah.
things like that.
Or
You can't cross the threshold without being invited. It's kind of hard for an extortionist.
yeah. Well, I mean, technically, stuff like grocery stores, those are public areas.
Yeah.
At least until they tell you to leave.
True. White animals, garlic, wild roses, that kind of stuff. You have to count every seed if somebody throws seeds on the ground. It's a pain in the butt, but it's a thing.
Someone's out feeding pigeons. God damn it.
Oh my god, that would suck. Stigmata. What, stigmata?
I've had a character with stigmata once.
Alright, then we've got... Okay, that's
all the flaws, isn't there?
No, actually, because the backgrounds have negatives. So, like, instead of allies, you can take enemy.
Enemies,
Instead of fame, you can take infamy. Dark secrets. The dark secret flaw, for one, says you owe a big debt to bad people and have made yourself generally odious.
Yeah, but see, I'm the bad people that they would owe in this case. But...
Yeah. Select a subculture. A select subculture knows who you are and admires you. Oh, wait, that's standard. That's fame. This thing is put together so weird. It really is. There's disliked. Subtract 1 dice from social tests involving any group of people in your city except for your contacts and your allies. So everybody hates you. Except for the people who don't.
People that don't.
Except for the people who don't. There's haven flaws. There's no haven. There's creepy. Your haven's creepy. You got a haunted haven. That's the thing.
I don't know. That's almost a merit when you're talking about.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. Known corpse. People know you died recently. That's known to be dead. It's a 1-point flaw now.
That used to be like a 3-pointer
Yeah.
or something like that.
Adversary means you've got somebody who hates
Yeah.
you for one reason or another.
I already got one into me. I really don't want to add to that.
Yeah. Let's see. Stalkers. Notorious. That means one of the sects don't like you.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the Sabbat would be after you for one reason or another. The Camarilla would be after you for one reason or another. Anarchs. Who do you want to piss off today? And I think that's all they have. So you got to pick one more.
Damn. There's always one of those. I mean, I can pick one fall fairly.
Well, we
easy.
can up that addiction to hopelessly addicted.
I really don't want that. I'm sorry. That's really bad.
It's horrible. It really is.
All right.
I mean, with Notorious, it could say that you went to shake down the wrong place. It ended up being like an anarch hangout or something like that, and everybody's like, "Really?"
Shake down the last round. Last round.
Oh my god, that would suck.
That really would.
That would suck.
That would be a lot more than a 1-pointer, though.
That'd be an intro. Well, I mean, they'd probably just laugh at you at first, but when you get embraced, they'd be like, "Oh hell no."
You know what? I'll take the 1-pointer of Notorious.
Notorious? I think it actually has a different name now. Like, I think that's an old name. I think it's Suspect now. Okay, and what group of people hate you?
Yeah, we'll go with the Cam, because why not?
Camarilla hates you?
Yeah.
What did you do to the Camarilla?
Well, I mean, hell, it may not even be something I've done recently. You know, I could have killed one of their ghouls.
True.
I mean,
true.
If I'm dealing with shady shit in the background, I mean, who knows?
That's true. All right. So then you get 7 points to divide between backgrounds and merits.
Okay. All right. Well, I know I definitely want some resources in Haven.
Okay.
So,
So let's go ahead and 7 points. How much
um,
resources do you want?
uh, we'll go with 3.
3 points in resources. Okay. And then you want Haven. Now, Haven's that weird one. Haven's the one where it's like you have 5 points to divide up into it.
Yeah.
But it can be here's your base Haven, and then here's all the little extra amenities you can get.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to look at those when I was when we were working on Gabriel.
Yeah, we also had a night where we sat down and just tore that background apart trying to figure out what it was. So, how many points do you want to put in Haven?
Uh, we'll go with 2 points.
2 points? Are they both base Haven, or are you going to have something, a special amenity?
Well, that's kind of why I wanted to save some more points so I can put those toward amenities.
Okay.
Let's see.
They've got Hidden Armory, Cell, Watchman, Laboratory, Library, Location, Luxury, Postern, which is like a back exit that nobody knows about, Security System, Surgery, or Warding.
We'll go with Hidden Armory.
Hidden Armory, okay. Hidden Armory is pretty cool because it means that you have like a stash of weapons
Yeah.
waiting for you. Okay. And I believe that is your 3 points. Or like that's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, no. You get 2 more.
Yeah.
So
All right.
what else? You want influence, allies.
Actually, let's put 2 more of those points into contacts.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I'm planning on being
You got a lot of contacts.
And there's how many points left? There's just one more.
That was 2. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it.
Oh,
You put 5 in resources in Haven. You put 2 up here.
okay. All right.
Okay. So after we got that, we got all those taken care of. Now we're on some pretty interesting parts. We're going to use the street code like we always do, just because that really does seem to be the best fitted for our style of play. No snitching. And that is on your family. You can talk shit about anybody. Respect others and demand respect. And then the last one is don't kill outsiders. Okay, and then your touchstones.
Okay.
Do you have any?
I really can't think of any. I mean,
well, right now you have 3 points, or sorry, you have 5 points in contacts. So your touchstones could be your contacts. You could have human family that you still.
Yeah. It would probably be part of probably would be my family.
Family? Okay. So what do you think? You need to have a touchstone and a conviction tied to them.
With the family, I was actually thinking like for respecting, respect family. I could see that one working because at the very least, when dealing with the mafia, their family ties matter.
True. So what are you thinking?
Just like respect, something along the lines of like loyalty or loyalty to family. I know that's not actually a touchstone on.
Oh no, you can always put like always be loyal to family. That would actually be kind of interesting for you because there's a part that's going to be like the Hakata that consider themselves a family.
Yeah.
So, okay. And who would you pin that on? Who's the person that inspires that to you?
We'll go with like maybe the character's father or
Father?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want any more, or are you good with one?
For now, I'm good with the one.
Okay. So for your Bane, you have the Hecata's Kiss,
Yeah.
which is the exact same thing as the Curse of the Lamia.
Basically the Grip of the Damned thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your compulsion, Hecata Morbidity. Basically, whenever you're suffering from your compulsion, you have to diagnose why someone's gonna die, or find somebody and find a body and say how it died, and you can't use your powers to do it. It's a puzzle. You got to figure it out. You can walk up to somebody and be like, "You look sickly," that kind of stuff.
Walk into a nursing home.
Yeah. You just walk into the front door, old age, and then leave. That's not nice. That's not nice at all.
We're going to hell. You know that, right?
I'm fine. Okay, so you get 7 points in humanity to start off with.
We'll take care of that.
Your health is your stamina plus 3, so you get 5. Good thing you're strong. And your willpower. Your willpower is your composure plus your resolve, so 3. Yay!
Oh boy.
I'm going to start you off with a blood potency of 1, unless you have anybody in mind for your sire. So I was thinking about saying, why not Salvador Giovanni himself? Salvador Puttanesca.
Okay.
This is we're a little bit of past game talk here. This is that guy that Tolga played.
Okay.
Yeah, that rude, angry used car salesman of a Giovanni. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot.
So if you play him, and he was actually set up to be the leader of that group.
Okay.
He that would make you 10th, I think 10th gen. So I'll make you 10th gen, which lets you start off with a blood potency of 2.
Nice.
Okay, and I have this right here to fill everything in. So let's see, your blood surge is going to be plus 2. Your mend amount is going to be 2 points of superficial damage. So in other words, when you get hurt, when you heal 2 damage, not 1.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of people just completely skip over the fact that they can do that, and they just heal 1 at a time. Your power bonus is 1 die. That means that you get an extra dice when you use your disciplines. Your discipline rouse check reroll is for level 1s. So if you use any of your level 1 disciplines and you're not happy with the rouse check, you can reroll.
Yeah.
See, that's when it gets scary, and you get to blood potency of 10, where you're allowed to re-roll all of your disciplines if you don't like the rouse check. So just all your disciplines are free, pretty much. Just do it. That's why elders are terrifying. Your feeding penalty is animals and blood bags slake half hunger.
Okay.
And then your bane severity is 2. So, and I'm pretty sure you have caloric. As an extortionist, you prefer caloric blood. You like to feed from people who are afraid, who are beaten down, that kind of thing. You can feed off others. That's just your favorite flavor. You like that nice lactic acid bittery taste in the blood. Any idea on desire?
I mean, desire and ambition is kind of almost...
Well, ambition is one of those far shot, you're going to have to do a lot of stuff to do this.
Yeah.
Desire is just more what you want in the moment. If you want to become a Don, I would say your desire would be to prove yourself to the family.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and write Salvador. He goes by Salvador G. Making you a 10th gen. Figure out who your victim is.
Yeah.
I assume that your contacts are just an array of people. It's a bunch of people. Or do you want just one really
tie
good...
in the victim and the whole status of the Camarilla. We tie that in by saying it was a ghoul that I shook down.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, maybe a Primogen's ghoul.
That's kind of interesting. Gonna have to have some fun with that one.
I mean, the character obviously would not have known it was a but I mean,
Yeah. So what kind of weapons would you carry on you, if any?
uh, probably Glocks.
Glocks? We actually
Yeah,
have.
those are like some of the easiest to come across.
Yeah. You tend to be.
I mean, right now I know that over at the local firing range, you can get uh, police pistols for around $300. And because those are more popular weapons, those are a lot harder to trace.
Yeah. All right. So is that going to be a heavy gunshot? I think.
That probably is a heavy.
Because they're pretty strong.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be. Is that CK?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't gun. And that's going to be a +4 to damage when you fire. So if you fire and you roll 5, they're taking 9 damage from the shot.
Shit.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Weapons are freaking nasty in this game. But keep in mind also, if you roll 4 and the person takes 8 damage and you're shooting a vampire, they're taking 4 damage.
Yeah.
So,
no, kill immortal.
yeah. Anything else on the weapons front?
Like I can see like when he's just shaking down, probably carrying like a baseball bat when he's shaking someone down.
Okay. So that's going to be a heavy impact weapon, which is a +2 to damage on that one.
Yeah, but that I can add potence to.
Yeah. Yes, but if it's a wooden bat, you're going to break it. If it's a metal bat, you're going to bend it. Eventually, you're just walking around with this hook that was a baseball bat.
No, never mind the imprints from where the hand was.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we good here or something else?
Yeah, that should be good.
All right, and then we're gonna have to hop into this. So, how old do you think your character is? Like, what year was he born?
Let's see. I'm thinking like maybe mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go with maybe 95.
95. All right. When'd you die?
Oh, I mean, we're kind of doing that now. We'll go 2019.
2019. Wait, is that what we said?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Sorry, I was like, nobody was born that long. Like, that's not long enough ago to be born. You'd be a baby. I'm really not good with this whole like year thing. Nothing's more humbling than like working in some kind of bar, having somebody give you your ID, and you go, "You're not old enough to drink," and then go, "Oh God, yes, you are." So 2019 minus 1995 equals 24.
There you go. Yeah.
So your parent age is 24. I mean, that's still, it's not that big of a deal there. That'd be like, what, 28?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, who do you think you'd use as an avatar?
Yeah, that's actually just it. I was actually talking to David. We were trying to work that out before I came out here.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to use Bobby Cannavale, or Cannavelli. I really don't know how to pronounce Italian names at all. But there we go. Any distinguishing features you want to go with?
No.
No? All right, and so what do you want to say about your history?
I'll probably work on like an extended history.
Yeah, by all means.
Later. But, I mean,
That's
right
pretty
now,
much
that's
it.
all I can think about on the spot.
Okay, so you've been building contacts to like build up your reputation, doing the Giovanni's dirty work behind the scenes, and thinking you're just working for a regular crime family before things get out of hand. Okay, that sounds pretty typical, truthfully, for the Giovanni. Before we go any further, there is something I would like to get out of the way, and that is, I am going to give you
Lore sheets.
this dice to roll to see how many free points you get on your lore sheet. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you get 1 point. If you roll a 3 or a 4, you get 2 points, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Because there's 5 points per lore sheet. 10. So you get 5 free points in your lore sheet. You can either take the 5, or you can split it up.
I'll take the 5.
You'll take the 5. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Do you want to keep that to yourself, or do you feel like putting it out there since it's up to you? A lot of people have just been keeping their lore sheets to themselves.
As far as like keeping that on your
Yeah, if you
letting
don't
them
want me
know.
to report it, because they're gonna find out. If
Oh no, I don't care.
you don't care,
I
all
don't
right.
care.
So you taking 5, the Dawn. Against all odds, you've kissed and kicked ass in equal measure to make your way to some amount of respect, wealth, and influence. Other Hikata might even stop insulting you to your face. You have 3 additional dots, each in contacts, influences, and resources, but they must be assigned to criminal enterprise and require careful maintenance to not draw the attention of groups such as the FBI, agents of which can be potent versions of enemy law. Okay, so you get 3 extra points, 3 additional dots in contacts, influences, and resources.
Nice.
Holy crap. I'm going to put those down here.
Nice.
Contacts. Influence.
Yep.
Influence. And resources. But you have to make sure that they do not get too crazy, because if you get caught by an enemy faction, you are in a lot of trouble. Holy crap. Congratulations! Do we need to change your desire?
Well, I mean, that kind of
Your ambition? I mean, are you a Dawn?
I mean, I might be with 5 levels. I mean,
I'm going to go ahead and change this to what I had before, a boss. Because you're not necessarily one of the bosses. If anything, you got this as a human, and that's what got them to invite you in. Now that you think you're on top, let us introduce you to a whole
who's
new
really
level of
on
shit.
top.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Wow. Okay. There's only one more thing that we have to do. This is the thing that, like, some people are dreading taking the time to do. I'm giving you 3 points. I'm assuming you're going to spend 3 points on this, because I'm going to give you your 35 extra XP to put into your sheet now.
Okay.
With those 3 points. So you get 38 points to put into your sheet.
Okay.
Okay? So let me go ahead and grab the standard book here so we can see what the XP expenditures are for things as you want them.
Yep.
What would you like to buy first?
Oh boy. There were so many things I actually wanted earlier, but I was trying to be a little
Conservative?
yeah.
Okay. Well, keep in mind this is
Um,
going to be a rather short part of the Chronicle.
Yeah.
So if you want it, get it.
Let's go ahead and throw a point of athletics, a point of drive onto the sheet.
Okay, so 2 new skills. So athletics, it's going to be 3 points, and drive, it's going to be 3 points. So we're going to go ahead and say -6.
All right. Let's go ahead and throw a point of insight.
Okay,
Because it's much better than trying to roll dice without any additional.
true.
And just because I'm dealing with Giovanni, let's go ahead and put 2 points of etiquette on the sheet.
Okay, so
Because I don't want to mess up. As a player, I don't want to mess up when dealing with.
all right, so -9.
Yeah, those points go away fast.
They do. It's like watching things go down the drain.
All right. Part of me wants some academics, but at the same time, I also want to like
Damn.
throw in disciplines and.
Well, you got
Cults.
20 points.
I need a cult. There's no way around that one.
Do you?
But yeah,
Why?
for using Oblivion.
Nope. Resolve plus Oblivion.
Oh, okay.
You use your discipline as the number that you add. So right now, any Oblivion tests that you do are only going to be 1.
Okay.
Now, if you buy a new clan discipline, it's new level times 5. So that's 10 points right there.
All right, so I must have been thinking necromancy from the old.
The old days, yeah, when
Yeah.
they did the abilities for the stuff.
Yeah.
You could do a cloud memory, or you could buy a next level of dominate and the next level of oblivion, and you'd be done.
Yeah, you know what? That actually sounds pretty good. We'll go with the next level dominate.
Okay.
And
The next oblivion.
yeah.
Okay, that maxes out, so we're done with the calculator. So let's go ahead and just figure out what you want. So dominate. Your options here are compel, mesmerize, compel and mesmerize, because you ain't getting demontation.
Oh. Let's see.
So compel is like your classic dominate, single action command. You can get out a whole sentence, but it's only a single action. Mesmerize is more complex commands to a victim.
Mesmerize.
Mesmerize. Okay.
Because, I mean, if I can do with the same thing, but add on more commands.
Agreed. Agreed. I'm the kind of person who's like, my character hates people. I'm going to just take the bark one-word commands. Sit, stay. You know, that kind of thing. But it only lasts for a single turn.
Yeah.
Now, you have another level of Oblivion.
Yes.
So you can take the Binding Fetter. You can take Fatal Precognition, or you can take Where the Shroud Thins.
What was the fatal?
Fatal Precognition, it says, it is said by many necromancers that the Lady of Fate rules the underworld through her Stygian servants. And through communication with her, certain death dealers have learned this power. Fatal Precognition allows a vampire to scry any non-vampire and experience a vision of their impending death. You can see how humans are going to die.
Okay.
Whether due a minute from now or several decades away, the Kindred's eyes turn black, and they stand still or lie completely still as the fate plays out. Fate can, of course, be cheated, though there is a cost for doing so. You can try to stop people from dying the way that you see them dying, but it starts a Final Destination style situation.
Yeah.
Where death constantly keeps coming after them.
And what was the other one I could choose from?
The other ones, Binding Fetter, where you can find fetters,
Yeah.
or Where the Shroud Thins, where you can actually you can check to see how weak the shroud is. So it helps out with necromancy ceremonies and stuff.
Yeah, but I could see binding fetters being useful because then I can get wraiths and
Yep.
stuff to do things. Well, I'll go ahead and take binding fetter.
The Binding Fetter.
So I'm judging by your reaction earlier. I'm the first person to roll a 10 on the.
Yes. Yes, you are. All right, now you get a level 2 ceremony, and the Binding Fetter, I believe, the only one that allows you to get is Summon Spirit, so you can call ghosts to you.
Yeah, which can be useful as hell.
All right, so you have a fully decked out sheet.
Nice.
All right, everything is set. We just need a first name.
Yep. About Lorenzo.
Lorenzo Puttanesca. Okay. So we have a complete character sheet here. I'm going to go ahead and state again what I have said in every video, and I've already said in this one once, is that yes, I know they're not supposed to start with equal ceremonies as their Oblivion. I'm doing that because of the way that this chronicle is going to run.
Well, I mean, Tremere with their they get Tremere. Well, they get rituals for every level of thaumaturgy.
Nope, they gotta buy it now too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
They gotta buy it now too. Okay.
A lot has changed since.
It has. It has. I kind of like it better this way too. But I've always been really strict, especially when it comes to Tremere.
Yeah.